Hey everybody, James Yeager with Tactical Response. Thanks for watching. So let's talk about Loctite for a minute. Fasteners and stuff. So you guys have heard me mostly talk about 242. 242 is a medium strength, and I don't use colors. People say the red or the purple or whatever. There's different brands of this stuff, so I just kind of stay away from that. But this is one I probably use the most. This goes on my like the bolts, the hold the scopes on and stuff like that. You know, my front and rear sight gets a just a little dab of blue. 242 hike. But that's what I think every time somebody says blue 242. But that's what I use mostly. And so for medium strength stuff with good size fasteners, that's what I use. 262 is the permanent. It's not permanent, but it's what I use for my pistol sights. So on my rear sight, my front sight, I do it. A lot of guys, they get a set of sights and they don't put any kind of Loctite on it because they don't know if they're going to like them, and they vibrate and fall off. I mean, there's no telling how many excess big dots are on my range. And so permanent, need heat to get off, but you don't worry about that. But that's what goes on my pistol sights. Now, something that's kind of new, relatively new, is the 222, the low strength. This is for things with little screws, like pistol red dots and things like that. So, something I don't have to, like something I would strip out the Torx or the Allen wrench trying to get the screw back out. I use the low strength stuff. Again, prime example, pistol sights like that. The low strength would probably work on most everything on a rifle. If you wanted to go the low strength route, it probably worked to hold your Surefire on the M-Lock and all that kind of stuff. But I use the blue for that, the 242. Now, the other thing, and it takes people say heat to get these off, but you can back these out. There's no problem with that. But if you put red on like a little screw, you're just going to strip it out. Like, ask me how I know. Now, the other thing is rock set. This is industrial engineering adhesive. Rockset, ROCKSETT. This is a something that's made for high heat. I know people say, "Oh, Loctite works," blah blah blah. Listen, we break a lot of guns here, and so when enough guns break, and I see that they're using this or that product, like it helps me be able to tell you what you should do. So for gas blocks or for muzzle brakes, Rockset, okay, not Loctite. This, no amount of heat really softens that. Water softens that. So what I'm saying is, if you use this for a muzzle device, you'll need to soak that muzzle device in water for a while to soften this up. It'll spin right off, but no amount of heat will get this off, won't soften it. But this is what you use for that high heat stuff. I don't care what Loctite says. I'm telling you, Rockset is what you need to be using. I keep telling you guys. Well, some of you guys keep saying, "Well, my gunsmith said." I don't give a fuck what your gunsmith said. Your gunsmith fixes guns. I break them. Don't take advice from guys that fix guns all the time. Well, my gunsmith. First off, why you have a fucking gunsmith? My gunsmith says good in 1911. Yeah, because he knows you're stupid enough to think that he should be doing all this work to it and customizing and triggers and hammers and all that shit. He is selling you on that gun so he makes more money. If a gunsmith says, "Hey, buy a Glock 9mm," that guy's got his shit together. If a gunsmith tells you that, that's a gunsmith with integrity. When it tells you to buy a Glock 9mm. But I digress. So here we are, low, medium, high strength, Rockset for super hot kind of things. If you disagree with me, it's okay, but it doesn't mean you're right. This is James Yeager for Tactical Response, reminding you that your responsibility to keep everything tight never ends.